You understand what I'm saying?
Did you say that somebody may lose on this show?
It's possible.
Wow.
Well, actually, they do. I mean, they still get prizes.
Right,
but
right.
You know, I think it's a pretty decent prize when you lose our free money contest and you get dinner for two.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Willie Waffle coming up in a bit. We're going to speak to Willie about the movies for the weekend. And I think there's this is now time for the big summer blockbusters to come out. But this Captain, what's the movie that's out right now?
America Civil War.
Captain America is supposed to be really something. Everybody's going to see that. Blake Bellinger is the guy who's coming on today. He's out of the Albany region, but is an expert on these water issues, and they're all worried about Hinckley. And we kind of have this every year. We have this argument every year, and the Water Authority comes out each year and says, you know, we move the water levels up and down. This is what we do. And we've just kind of filled the canal or whatever. I don't know what the story is going to be here. But they're saying it's lower than normal. And that's big. WWE at the auditorium tonight. Who are we going to have on the air this morning? What's his name?
Devon Dudley.
Devon. I was speaking with the publicist about this yesterday, and I call him Devon. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You might get put through a table for that one, Bill.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was such a... well, it's his name. It's Devon.
Devon.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of...
apostrophe Von.
I don't watch a lot of wrestling, so... That type of wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not familiar, but
he's big and started in the WWE. Started in the ECW and then moved on to WWE. Okay, sad news. Did you see that over the weekend? Morley Safer retired from 60 Minutes. That Sunday night they had a tribute to him, and he just died. I thought about that when I was watching. Mm-hmm. I said he must be, because think about it, how old Morley Safer. He's older than America. So I'm trying to think about, I mean, he was an old guy. He still did an amazing job on 60 Minutes. I watch that program every week. And it just seems like they'd never leave there. And the minute they leave, they die. You never want to retire from that program. The minute you leave, you're a goner.
He was 84.
Wow.
He wasn't, I thought he was older than that for some reason.
My God, he looked older than that.
And I always thought he looked like, I remember watching him as a child and thinking, wow, he's really old.
Yeah.
And then, however many decades later, I'm like, yeah, he's still really old.
He's still really old.
Well,
but he was amazing.
He has passed away. So, I mean, they say, it's always been said, and you hear, I don't know if it's true or not, but we use it whenever it happens. Right. But, so you don't know what the statistics really are, but every time someone retires and then they die shortly thereafter, we say, see what happens? This is what happens when this might be like, some big corporate head that's trying to convince the middle class that, hey, if you retire, you're going to die. So just keep working.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't really have a choice in the matter. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to work until I die.
Well,
so.
You're probably right. And I think somebody like Morley Safer didn't have a choice either, but it was passion. So he was probably certainly well off, but it was his passion for the job. But you kind of think that maybe he stepped down because he was sick, and they didn't talk about it. And that kind of happened with Andy Rooney too, didn't he? Die shortly after, shortly afterwards. So that's that. What else here? And I didn't also know that last night was Saranac Thursday. It was the start of Saranac Thursday. I thought it was next Thursday.
Yeah,
and the band Showtime. And they had a huge crowd because the weather was just probably the nicest day of May so far. It was beautiful yesterday.
We got off the air at 9 o'clock, and I thought, wow, we didn't even talk about the fact that there's a first Saranac Thursday.
Didn't even know that it...
I thought it was next week. I thought it was the 26th.
Week.
Yeah.
Well, in the warmer climate, it's going to be, that we've been having. They're going all the way to September. It's going to be a nice long summer for that. So
they are going to September. Very interesting. Okay. All right. We'll give a free money question chance coming up, and also those WWE tickets. We'll do that after the news, which is coming up next. Christine has it all for you at 6:28 at WIBX.